Hey True Believers, England Teen here with another batch of new comic book reviews. Always we do an independent, DC, a Marvel, maybe throw in an extra. In this case, it's going to be Animal Castle 1 and 2. I know I said I wasn't going to do any Dan Slott books, but I figure what the hell, this is a crossover. Let's check it out, see if it's interesting enough. And I finally got to Superman Son of Kal-El number 7. So let's kick back, relax, and get this party started. Alrighty kids, first we're going to start with Animal Castle number 1. I love that. This is an amazing cover, by the way, and it's done by Xavier Dorson, Felix Delep. Those are the artists and writers, and it's a retelling of Animal Farm. On the farm, all animals are equal, and the castle, some are more equal than others. I mean, that's straight out of the book, and that's what we're getting here. We meet a whole bunch of farm animals, and inside the castle is their president, and they're hearing how this is actually an execution that we first see. And we find out that this has been going on for quite a while. Animals keep getting executed for no reason or barely a reason, and the dogs seem to be doing well. The president's doing well. We don't meet him in this first issue. And the other animals are kind of sick and fed up with it. We don't see the development of the animal farm in this first issue. It just goes right out the gate. I don't think it's so much the creation as in the revolution towards, in this case. They don't want to see how the communist system is being built, just how it's torn down. Basically, anyway. The art's okay, and this is a far more vicious story than the original Orwell that I read a long, long time ago in high school. But it is interesting, and it's definitely worth a look. I can recommend it to you so far on issue number 1. Stay to the end of this video for issue number 2. But in the meantime, let's talk about a crossover. New this week from Marvel Comics in the pen of Dan Slott, and once again, I know I'm going back on my promise. We have the new crossover where somebody has stolen Watcher technology to create weapons. And we get in Watcher origin a long, long time ago. They like to help. They like to help people evolve, and they found out, oh my gosh, this makes them warlike. They're primitive beings and they love to kill, so we'll never ever ever never never ever never interfere ever again. We'll just watch. That's what they said. And of course we know that they've done this. This isn't the first time they've interfered, but they do act like it's the first time they've interfered. Oh, we have to break our sacred you know what, you've done that in the Marvel universe now about 10 times in the last 60 years, so not exactly a big vow there, gang, unless superpowered beings screwed it up so much that you just feel you have to step into it. Anyway, we find out that the Badoon are one of the races that have gotten the weapons, and they decide to attack Earth, where we get actually a pretty good fight, pretty decent fight, and I like the fact that we learn about the characters in the fight. We also get Dan Slott referencing his 2000 run, and the fact that, hey, we told you this war would come, and we told you She-Hulk, somehow you are responsible. I like that scene. And then we get a little touch of the cosmic aspects of this as far as Silver Surfer is concerned, and apparently Eternity has a girlfriend now. I didn't know that, but okay. Dr. Doom realizes right away what this is all about, and so does Reed Richards. So they all go to the moon and try to figure out things and how to stop it. It's actually kind of fun, kind of exciting. And here's the thing, I never actually disliked Dan Slott's writing when it comes to Fantastic Four. What I have against him is all personal. Frankly, this had me interested in finding out what happened next, so I wouldn't mind getting the next issue, but I don't know if I would have the endurance to go through 17 issues of this is the Reckoning Wolverine and all that kind of stuff and get titles that really doesn't attach to it, but for what it is, it's pretty cool. Okay, kids, here's Superman Son of Kal-El number 7, Superboy. For those of us who actually look and go, oh wait, that's Superboy and it's John Kent and he should be a kid. Now, one thing you need to know is this scene does not appear in the comic book. The one that got everybody up in arms does not appear. Now, Grant, there's a sea monster. Oh, wait, nope, we can't call him a monster. You can't call them monster. We don't call things that we don't understand monsters just because we don't understand them, you see. And I'm not kidding you. That's actually in this book. He says it to a little kid. He's like, oh no, a monster's coming out. It's a freaking kaiju coming out of the water. And this kid's scared and goes, he's a monster. Oh, and by the way, when the kaiju's coming out of the water, they do take a time to say hello to my boyfriend. The boyfriend that got Jonathan Kent into a terrorist organization, the Lois Lane and Damien seem to be absolutely okay with. Nobody's red flagging this kid for being part of a terrorist organization because, I kid you not, they do what's right. They are the right kind of terrorist. It's ridiculous, this book. It is not very good. It's not very well written. The characters aren't well represented, as I've said before. What's his name? Tom Taylor self-inserts himself. It's just incredible. Oh, this is the scene right here. It's a monster. It's okay. Just because we don't understand it doesn't make it a monster. It's a freaking kaiju, man. It's a freaking monster. Let the scared kid be a scared kid and go do your freaking job, or at least what you think your job is. I don't think anybody actually hired you to do this, just saying. So they actually also find out that, no, we need to peacefully move this monster. The people who come in and use force are the bad guys, and of course make him mad all over again. I kid you not, that's the story here. We need to learn to talk to it so it doesn't cause damage, but the ones who are the evil ones are the ones who are using the heat visions and all of this, and I am the good kid because I accept all. Oh my gosh, this book sucks. What happened, DC? What freaking happened to you? A long time ago, you were the one I would always turn for good comics. And then finally, we're going to talk about Animal Castle #2. This is the follow-up, and here we do get to learn more about the president. He's a big old bull, and the whole they had a revolution, and it was put down. The dogs are the enforcers of the bull, and the bull basically he's interested in shiny things, we find out, and there is something going on where he has to pay tribute to someone else. And that is why animals were being executed, so they could be meat for whom he has to give tribute. And we find out that, of course, in this case, the strong survive. The strong rule because they've got the teeth and they've got the claws. And if the rabbits mattered, they would have given them more power. They would have not made them as weak as they did. That's basically the reason for keeping certain animals down and certain animals up. We do find out that they meet a human to give him the dead animals and the fruit from the farms and so forth and so on. And we find out that yes, he gets medals, and that there is in fact another revolution, and the revolution's not dead just because a battle was lost. We have an old rat who tells a story of a scientist, and he's even speaking in a room where there's dogs, so he knows that they're there, and he tells a very thinly veiled story about the bull, about the dogs, about all of the violence they cause, and how, in all honesty, they're stupid, so you can outsmart them. One dog picks up on it and decides he's going to threaten everybody. So it's a good book. I'm not as excited about it after issue #2 as I was issue #1, so we'll see how it goes. In the end, though, not too bad. Okay, kids, and here's the roundup, and I'm going to do this from worst to best. The worst comic book of the video to the best comic book of the video. So stick around. Unfortunately, I've got to say Superman Son of Kal-El #7 is the worst. Because of Tom Taylor's self-insert, Superboy's lost. He's gone. There's no more Jonathan Kent. Instead, it's a bunch of signaling of virtues and political platitudes that just make no sense. I actually like Animal Castle #2. It's just when you do a list, somebody's going to be on the bottom, someone's going to be on the top. That's just it. This isn't as strong as issue #1, but it's still decent enough to find out what happens in issue #3. This retelling of the final battle of Animal Farm and the setup for what's to come is just intriguing as hell. Animal Castle #1 definitely is good enough for the second spot. And shock and surprise, and I'm serious, shock and surprise, Fantastic Four: The Reckoning War was damn entertaining. And this is a good introduction to the Marvel Universe. Dan Slott knows how to introduce characters in the middle of all of the action. So there you go, gang. Those are the reviews. What do you think? Did you read these books? Did you like it? Hate it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think I was way off on something? I always like to hear discerning opinions. Don't forget to click like and share, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and make sure you're commenting on the video, even if you're just saying hello. It helps the algorithm. If you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Ko-Fi, links in the description below. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.